When I first became a counsellor, I had a lot to learn. I was really lucky though. I joined a group of counsellors with a huge amount of experience. Some had previously run the council, others had run different portfolios on the council, and others had had experience for more than 2 decades. So I had people around me who could help me and navigate the system. But I realized very quickly that once you're inside the system, it becomes much easier to understand. Meetings become routine. I've learned how emotion works. I start to pick up terminology and acronyms and all the council jargon that we hear all the time. But after 4.5 years, some of it and most of it still bewilders me. But it made me realize something, that if you don't spend 10, 20, 30 or sometimes 40 hours a week immersed in council stuff, how on earth are you supposed to know how all of this works? And from the outside, I think it feels a little bit complicated. It can feel intimidating and overwhelming and sometimes just completely inaccessible. And I think that's one of the reasons people have disengaged from local politics. But your council is actually much more accessible than you might think. And that's one of the reasons I started making these videos. I wanted to explain how the system works, how you can get involved, and what you can actually do if there's something you really care about. Now, I don't know how all of it works. I understand a lot more than I did when I started 4.5 years ago, but the council is an incredibly big machine. And I'd really like to know what you want me to explain. If you've got a question about how something works, please ask. If I don't know the answer, I will find out, but I will make a video about it. And if you've got a bigger question that you think should actually be put to the council, I can explain how you can do that too. You can attend public meetings in person, and some of the meetings happen here in Frome. We've got one in September. Planning meetings can be in Shepton Mallet, are in Shepton Mallet for our area, and other meetings take place in Taunton or Bridgewater. But you don't necessarily have to travel. You can submit your question and then ask it online on a Teams meeting. And I think that you have the right to answer these questions or ask these questions. It's your council tax money, and you shouldn't have to understand all the jargon before you feel you're allowed to take part. So what would you like me to explain or find out for you?